like, he's been doing a lot of crazy stuff, but Terminator 2 is a great movie. It's a really great movie. And he's European.
How many stops have you done on this tour?
Like, how many days off?
All year. You guys over 200 again?
Oh, no, I think, actually, this year has been not as crazy as I mean, it's still crazy. Like, it's still crazy, but I think, I haven't really counted how many. But we started out touring, doing like a like a promotional tour for the record before it came out. And I think the record came out in April or May or something like that. So I think we started.
Because I bought it when it came out.
Yeah, April. So I think we started out maybe February, March, maybe. And then we've been pretty much touring since then. We had 14 days off in the summer, and we had like maybe a week off in between another tour. But basically, yeah, we've been touring.
Is there any locations that you will not go back to? Like, I'm not going back there. Forget that.
You know what? Istanbul, Turkey was a weird show.
Turkey?
Yeah. I think Turkey is a great country. I mean, it's beautiful and all that, but it was just, I don't know if it's the whole culture thing, but my stage persona, whatever, it doesn't go very well with their tradition, their culture. And no offense, like, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody, but it was kind of weird. Maybe, I don't know, that's the only weird place I remember. I don't think we fit in here, you know?
If you have one goal for the next album, what would it be?
You know, like, for every record that we do, we want to become even bigger as a band, you know? We want to play bigger venues, we want to play or do bigger tours, and
does radio play any factor?
I would love, I mean, like, that has always been one of the hardest things for our band, to get our music played on radio. I think it started out in the beginning, because like in 2003 when our first album came out here, people didn't really know what to do with it, because it had like, it was dancey, but it would have guitars in it, and they were like, I don't know, is this pop music, is it rock music, or is it dance? They didn't know what to do with it. They couldn't put any label on it. And then a band like The Killers came out, and all of a sudden it was like mainstream, you know. And I think we were a little bit ahead of our time when the first album came out. And ever since then, we've had really hard time to get our music played on radio, and it sucks.
You know who does play your songs? Sirius XM. They play your songs all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
that right?
Yeah.
Yes, they play all the time.
Yeah, those are good.
That back in like 2005 when your first album came out, that's when I heard you. That's when I went and got you.
That must have been the second album.
Second, yeah.
Yeah. No, but you're right. We usually do that whenever we go to New York. We always do like
You do like you do a stripped down set there too, don't you? Like
we've done
an
that.
acoustic one.
Yeah.
See, put that on an album. Right there.
I want to do maybe like a photo book and / maybe like a DVD, you know, like with all the.
You have so many fans.
Yeah, and
they
like,
want something from you.
I think that would be a cool thing. Just even like from the old days, like those VHS tapes, and
transfer them over.
Yeah, and do like the whole back at.
Because if you know you're going to be touring for a while before you get back to the studio, what's that, like another year and a half before we have another album from you guys?
I don't know, maybe not that long.
Really?
Because I think between Crossing the Rubicon and this album, we were really like,
You were on it.
Yeah, let's put this out as quick as possible.
Right.
I think it took like a year, maybe a year and a half at the most.
Right, it was.
And because I remember from the first to the second album, that took forever. But that was only because we were touring all over the world, and it takes so long to tour an album, and then you have to go back and write and record and everything, and it's tough, you know?
How long does it take you guys to get one song done and then move on to the next one?
Oh gosh, it depends on what kind of song it is. Like, I remember when we wrote "Hit Me" for the first album. It took like 5 minutes to write that song.
What about "Rock and Roll"? That's one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, thank you.
I love that song.
Because that is really a personal song to me.
Is it? I have it on repeat in my car everywhere I go.
Because when I recorded it, I wanted it to sound like somebody was reading my diary. You know? Like, I wanted to feel like...
Now, that kind of setup you have in that song, that's what the next album, a couple of those in there. Those are sweet, yeah. Those are sweet.
Well,
I mean, you put the Jesper ones in there because those are great.
yeah.
Because he's got the beats and he's got all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But the ones that like rock and roll and...
I appreciate you saying that because I wrote so much on the first 2 albums. And then we started to use Pro Tools and Logic and all that, and that's where I got kind of lost a little bit. And I didn't write as much as I used to. And
Get back to it.
yeah.
Get back to it.
I appreciate you
Wishing
saying
You Were
that.
There. Is that your song too?
On this album, you mean? No, that is actually Jesper.
That's a great song.
I love it too.
By Yourself, that's great.
And it was so fun when we recorded it because I heard his version of it. It was just like a shitty demo, and I was like, let's just sit down. It was actually Felix's brother who was playing the acoustic guitar. So we lighted some candles and we made it all dark, and it was just me and him. And I just heard the song a couple times, and I was like, I can nail this one like that. And I think I did. I think
fucking nailed it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I listen to that forever.
It's
All right.